This is a later Everlast, made into the 40s. This actually is a type of Bakelite handle that they were coming up with rather than using the hickory they had. But if you'll notice, the Bakelite shrank and there's a small crack all the way around here. It still functions. I mean, it's even got a portion of its original label and stuff, but it's not premium. The great thing about going to shows like the Ohio Tool Collectors, or Midwestern Tool Collectors, or Southwestern Tool Collectors is the tool collectors view this as junk, and they will sell this off for pennies on the dollar from what a real Everlast or a unbroken Everlast will cost. There's nothing wrong. Remember, this is both a tang and a socket, so this fracture doesn't really interfere with its use. So pay $5 for his trash rather than paying, you know, $150 for one that's in mint condition. All right, so there are, you know, I like going out in the tailgate sections of some of the big tool shows because, you know, I'm just as cheap as anybody else. I buy the junk. All right, a couple more we're going to talk about here real fast. This one here is it's a Buck Brothers. It's configured similar to the Stanleys. Once again, it's a firmer, it's a bevel, it's a bench style. It's a little bit longer than a butt. But I'm going to turn it over here. Now you see writing on some of these is because we pass them around in some of the seminars. You'll notice the blue hue that this blade has to it. What this means is somebody heated this up on a belt sander or something where they were trying to bring the back down to get rid of the pits, and they have annealed the steel. Annealed means they've softened it, it's taken the temper out of it. All right, it still functions. And then here's the thing, when it turns blue, grinding the blue away to make it shiny again doesn't put the temper back in the blade. Once you turn it blue, you're done. If you're working on a grinder or a belt sander where you're working with metal, always have a small bit of water next to you that the minute you see it turn blue, you need to dunk it or quench it as quickly as possible in the water to try to save some of the temper. If you hold it up and go, oh, isn't that a color, beautiful color blue, by the time you've had those thoughts, you've taken a lot of the hardness out of it. Now, it's still going to function. I'm still going to be able to sharpen it up. But if I start working against something other than basswood or pine, or I mean, I start getting into the white oaks and some of the figured walnuts and stuff, my edge isn't going to hold. It's going to dull a lot faster. So the blue is a burn. You know, it basically has done bad to the metal as far as its temper goes. It can be put back in, but it's going to, you got to understand a little bit about metallurgy to do that. Retempering isn't a pain in the butt. It just takes knowledge and beyond what we're talking about here.